As the lead guitarist for Guns N' Roses, Slash installed himself as certainly one of difficult rock's best and most soulful soloists at some point of the late 80s. His guitar playing was technically adept, yet usually firmly grounded in the gritty Aerosmith and Stones licks he cherished, and his picture turned into as iconic as his playing. After GNR splintered in the early 90s, Slash fashioned the on-gain, off-again side assignment Slash's Snakepit and joined the hit difficult rock supergroup Velvet Revolver. He issued his debut solo album in 2010 and later teamed up with touring partners Myles Kennedy and the Conspirators, who have become his de facto solo band on next efforts Apocalyptic Love in 2012, World on Fire in 2014, Living the Dream in 2018, and 4 in 2022. Slash became born Saul Hudson on July 23, 1965 in Stoke-on-Trent, England, to creative parents each concerned in the amusement industry. His mother became a garb dressmaker who labored on David Bowie's movie The Man Who Fell to Earth, and his father designed album artwork for such artists as Neil Young and Joni Mitchell. The Owen family sooner or later moved to Hollywood, in which Hudson attended Junior Excessive, obtained his first guitar, and met Destiny GNR drummer Steven Adler. With Hudson adopting the nickname Slash, given to him through a circle of relatives friend, the two formed a band called Road Crew. Even though it proved unsuccessful, it became the vehicle through which they met each other, and the opposite contributors of what might become Guns N' Roses. GNR debuted in June 1985, or even earlier than Appetite for Destruction turned into released in 1987. The band members received a reputation as notorious alcohol and drug abusers. As their reputation soared, the reserved Slash established himself as an vital a part of the band's visual image, with a top hat and a mound of shaggy black hair overlaying his face as he typically staggered around the level with a cigarette dangling from his mouth. Hedonistic excess ate up most of the band, with such incidents as Slash and Duff McKagan's drunken, profane recognition of the band's American Music Award on state television. In 1990, beginning for the Rolling Stones, Axl Rose's infamous on-stage pronouncement that he would go away the band if sure participants did not stop dancing with Mr. Brownstone, become mostly directed at Slash and Adler. Slash kicked his addiction within 12 months, but Adler did not and became fired. In 1992, Slash courted controversy again with a product endorsement for Black Death vodka. Later that 12 months he turned into married to actress and version Renee Sorum, a union that lasted 5 years. Meanwhile, despite controversy and personnel turnovers, Guns N' Roses had truly persevered to document tune. After the Use Your Illusion units of 1991 and the 1993 punk covers album The Spaghetti Incident, the band went on hiatus. Slash formed a facet challenge called Slash's Snakepit, which consisted of fellow GNR bandmates Matt Sorum and Gilby Clarke, plus bassist Mike Inez and vocalist Eric Dover. The institution launched an album in 1995 titled It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere. Slash hit the road with a barely specific traveling lineup with Brian Tichy and James Lomenzo signing on as the rhythm phase. In 1996, Slash prepared a distinctive band to play at a blues pageant in Budapest, an enterprise that evolved into Slash's Blues Ball. Featuring vocalist, harmonica player Teddy Andreadis, rhythm guitarist Bobby Schneck, saxophonist Dave McLaurin, bassist Johnny Griperic, and drummer Alvino Bennett, Slash's Blues Ball committed themselves broadly speaking to a repertoire of classic blues covers, plus occasional GNR and Snakepit cloth. Rumors approximately the reputation of Guns N' Roses had been swirling for some time, and in October 1996 it changed into confirmed that, attributable to his unwillingness to follow Axl Rose's interest in industrial and electronic track, Slash became no longer a member of the band. He gigged on and off with the Blues Ball into 1998, although a rumored live album by no means materialized. Instead, Slash determined to reform the Snakepit in 1999 with a wholly distinct lineup. Raspy-voiced singer Rod Jackson and ex-Venice drummer Matt Logg got here on board, along with Blues Ball bassist Griperic and Teddy Andreadis, who contributed keyboard and harmonica work. After trying out ex-Alice Cooper guitarist Ryan Roxie, Slash settled on rhythm guitarist Kerry Kelly, who had formerly worked with Warrant and Rat. The new Snakepit performed a few gigs collectively and inside the spring of 2000 finished a new album, which turned into at first slated to be launched on Interscope Geffen. However, feeling that a more traditional guitar rock album would wander off within the promotional shuffle, Slash moved over to Coke, which ultimately released Ain't Life Grand in October 2000. A few years later, Slash teamed up once more with McKagan, Matt Sorum, and Stone Temple Pilots lead singer Scott Weiland to shape the supergroup Velvet Revolver, who released their first album in 2004. Velvet Revolver launched a second album called Contraband in 2007 and fell apart not long later on. Slash regrouped by means of releasing his memoir in 2007 and reducing his eponymous first solo album, drafting a gaggle of pals including Ozzy Osbourne, Chris Cornell, Kid Rock, and Fergie to sing lead vocals. For the Helping Tour, Slash had alter bridge vocalist Myles Kennedy sing lead. This union proved robust as Kennedy became the most effective singer on Slash's 2D album, 2012's Apocalyptic Love, which hit range 4 on the American album charts upon launch. 2 years later, Slash released World on Fire, his second album with Myles Kennedy and the Conspirators. It debuted at quantity 10 at the US charts upon its September 2014 launch. Slash became his interest to the reunited Guns N' Roses in 2016. Following a headlining spot at Coachella in 2016, GNR launched into an worldwide tour called Not in This Lifetime, which lasted into 2018. Even though Guns N' Roses have been busy on the road, Slash stored Myles Kennedy and the Conspirators lively. Living the Dream, the group's third album, seemed in September of 2018. The band supported it with a short excursion which resulted in a 2019 live performance LP Living the Dream Tour. 2021 saw the release of The Unmarried The River as rising beforehand of the advent of his fourth collaboration with the Conspirators, the aptly named 4, which regarded in 2022.